Hi guys, thanks for watching out there. Andy here with today's astrology. We start the day with the moon just in Sagittarius. We've got a void of course coming up later on, and the moon enters Capricorn at 1 minute past 7 tonight. That is to say 1 minute past 2 this afternoon, 1 minute past 11 a.m. Pacific, 1 minute past 2 Eastern, 1 minute past 7 here. But before that, there's a void of course, and that starts at 14:35 GMT plus 1, UTC plus 1, which my times are because I'm in UK. That is 14:35, or let me see, 9:35 a.m. or 6:35 a.m. Pacific. So it'll be your whole day there. Right now though, this is the UK, and I've got UK in my head basically. So the moon is still in Sagittarius. She is 68.7% full. Third quarter coming up on the 8th. 8:17 a.m. UK, that's 3:17 a.m. Eastern, and midnight 17 Pacific. So that's really just as you really are just coming into the new day when that happens. That's on the 8th. Not there yet, but the moon is on her way down, waning gibbous. After the 8th, she will be crescent again. That's just the crescent shape that everybody knows. There isn't so much energy behind a waning moon as there is when she's coming up to full, but it's still a thing. It's still something you can tap into. You can put your manifesting thoughts into it. You can ask for obstacles to be removed. And basically, it's a good time for, living your own world on your own 2 feet. Doing it yourself, because the cycle continues and Grandmother Moon will be in to help again before too long. At this very moment, the moon is trine Uranus. Social experimentation, a bit of gambling. People are willing to take sort of slight risks here, well, quite big risks in some cases. But novelty is what it's all about, newness. People are easily kind of excited by things like that. When the moon trines Uranus, Uranus of course is the ruling planet of Aquarius. It's all about forward-lookingness. It's all about originality. So that's what the moon is up to now. The sun is actually square Pluto, so there's still a lot going on with leaders of the world, leaders of smaller things as well. If you're a leader of a group, this could be affecting you too. Basically, power brokering, quarrels, that kind of thing. General turbulence as people are more or less agreed on what's sort of wrong in the world now. But, everyone has a different solution. Everyone has a different way of looking at it and a different input. So who knows? Mercury is void in Aries. Now, this often brings really crazy weather. It's looking a nice day in UK here at the moment. I know the picture behind me is a bit grim, but the sun has come out a bit in the last 5 minutes since I took that. So things are definitely improving weather-wise. But basically, high winds tend to blow through things, and that can be physical or spiritual. So, look out for it in your own spiritual thoughts, and you're thinking about what goes on with the world. Communication doesn't do too well. Things can get broken, little accidents. Changes, unusual weather, basically. It's really strange, strange conditions, and it's about hanging on to who you are, where you're going in life, keeping your plans alive and not being put off by it, because if you can stand up to this, you'll be stronger. When plants are growing, if we keep them all in a nice cloche so the wind can't blow, they can grow quite long and quite leggy, and they don't have much strength to stand themselves up. So put up with the wind blowing through your life as it comes and goes, because it will go and it'll make you stronger. Okay, let's see. Anything else happening in astrology today? And the things move down the page. Where are we? We are on April the 6th, I know that. Yeah, okay. Mercury is in 8 degrees of Aries and is going to semi-sextile Venus at 1:05 this afternoon. That's UK time, so goodness me, what's that? That is 8:05 a.m. Eastern and 5:05 a.m. Pacific. Gosh, lots of people won't even be up there. That's the only one that's happening today as far as I can see. So let's move along swiftly and have a look at spaceweather.com. The solar wind speed right now, 425.6 kilometers a second, 5.9 protons a cubic centimeter, the density. So the density's up a tiny bit. The solar wind speed's up a tiny bit. Things are building up, but you see, it takes a few days of delay for these conditions to get here from the face of the sun, because it's that much further away from the moon. And we're looking at April the 9th, which is, let me see, 7, that is next Monday. We're looking at G1 class geomagnetic storms, because a lot of gaseous material basically is going to reach our planet from the face of the sun, where there is a large hole in the corona around the sun. Basically, that is where this is coming from. But there are no sunspots as we approach solar minimum. The sun is blank more and more often, and it's blank today. One more thing to say, Mercury retrograde is still kind of happening. We're in the Mercury retrograde phase until, let me see, the 14th actually. It's just over a week. A week Saturday is the last day in the Mercury retrograde phase. It's actually intensified from the 10th to the 14th. There's a sting in the tail there, and it builds up. Communication tends to suffer. People struggle a bit with getting their point across without people thinking they mean something else. Some people deliberately misunderstand things because it doesn't suit them. It's all the craziness of Mercury retrograde. Don't worry about it. It'll teach you something. It raises our awareness a lot of the people around us and the connections we have to them. So it's no bad thing. Right, well, thanks ever so much for watching Twig Brother, guys. I really appreciate everyone who's liked and subscribed and shares these around. If you can share me around the internet a bit, that is brilliant. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment and we will share the journey. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks again for watching Twig Brothers. See you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.